Hello, hi. We are just here with Su Bramley from One for All Accounting Angels. I'm Caroline Sylvia Ragg, and it's just great to catch up with you, Sue, today. And I just want you to share with everybody what's your background. You know, what did you do before you came to set up your business?
Okay, so when I was 16, I'd actually secured a place at college for performing arts, but my mum wouldn't let me go. She says, you won't make a career out of it, and if you do, it'll be short-lived.
Oh.
So she suggested that I went to do business studies, but I also loved French as well. So I'd got on a course doing business studies with A-level French. But in the holidays, I'd actually got myself a job. Can you remember the old YTS schemes?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah. Now I can
Yeah,
forget
so,
those.
so I'd got a job in an office as an office junior, and my boss at the time had found out that I was supposed to go to college, so he actually paid for me to do a course. Well, the business studies was on the YTS, but then he paid for me separately to do a business linguistic French course at the side of it.
Oh, wow.
Okay. He had an in-house bookkeeper, and she left. And didn't give him any notice. So I was sort of thrown in at the deep end. And I stayed there until he decided to close his business for various reasons. And then I moved on. I'm not doing a bookkeeping role, I actually went into a PA role.
Okay.
So I've thoroughly enjoyed that. And I had my first child at the age of 21, so relatively young.
Yes.
And I went back to the job, and then when I was 23, I had my second child. And it was a case of, back then, gosh, can't afford childcare for 2 kids.
I can imagine.
So,
It was quite a lot in those days,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
And it's got even worse now, I think, hasn't it?
Yeah, and there was no help. And my husband had a business, so we was not going to get any financial help or anything like that. So we decided to set up a business services. So that was doing a bit of bookkeeping, a bit of secretarial and all the rest of it. But what I found was the bookkeeping really took off. Okay, so with the business studies, I'd actually got a qualification in bookkeeping, and I worked with several accountants. So I would get my own clients and then pass them on for year end. And then an accountant actually poached some work off me, and it really upset me.
Oh, so you thought you'll do something
I thought,
about
right,
that.
do you know what? That's red rag to a bull, but it did me a favour. So I just went and got qualified.
Fantastic.
As an accountant.
So I was going to ask the question, you know, why accountancy? Was that obviously that's what came on your path for purpose, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was purely by accident, because at school I was not good at maths. I got an A in GCSEs for maths. So I was not good at maths. Numeracy, I was, you know, okay, as long as I'd got a calculator, mental maths, forget it, or as long as I got a pencil and paper, I could, you know, work out sums and percentages like that. But anything to do with like trigonometry and things like that, forget it. You know, so a lot of people think that, like now, we'll get people phone up and say, my kid's really interested in maths or a maths genius and wants to become an accountant. And no, accountancy's got very, very little to do with maths. It's more logic.
Yes, and it's also, I suppose, being a good business person
Absolutely,
as well,
yeah.
that connects with that and connects with the service.
Yeah.
I know you've got, you know, a history of having fantastic customer service in your business. And it's really interesting to hear your story, Sue, because everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
And then when you find your particular area of expertise, you know, and you say you don't need to be brilliant at maths, that's not the issue,
No.
but accountancy is a skill set that you've absolutely got.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're running an amazing organisation here.
Thank you.
But I know, you know, if you can tell people in other businesses who are watching us today, listening in, about the importance of making tax digital now for smaller businesses.
Okay.
I think that's something that is on everybody's, you know, radar,
yeah.
but they're not really sure the impact, I think, that's going to have on their business if they don't do anything about it.
Yeah, so with accountancy as well, there's a lot of legislation, and it's about knowing the legislation. And, you know, sometimes accountants and tax advisors know actually more than people at HMRC. And you know, as accountants, it's our job to notify our clients what's what and what's happening with the world. So basically, with making tax digital, the legislation was that in 2019 it was going to come out as in the April. Then they delayed it to 2020. Then we had the pandemic, so they delayed it to 2022, and it's just been announced last month that it's delayed again for sole traders, partnerships and landlords for 2024 and 2026 for limited companies.
Wow. So they're pushing the bar all the time, aren't they?
They are.
But it doesn't mean to say that companies should ignore it and not and leave it till the last minute, because there are financial implications, aren't there now?
Absolutely.
There's no hiding place now, is there, for businesses?
No, not at all. And to be honest, it's probably the right time to start thinking about it now rather than last minute. So making tax digital, what is it? It's basically reporting your income and expenditure to HMRC, and at the moment that's done on an annual tax return.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
But there'll be 6 returns to go in. So 4 income statements, and then there'll be a reconciliation and a final declaration. Okay, so what they're trying to do is create a blockchain, because if you can imagine, they lose so much in tax revenue, and believe it or not, it's by sole traders and landlords where they're losing it. It's not limited companies, because they're already on the radar with Companies House. So by creating this blockchain, you know, so for example, if I'm a builder and I go to a builder's merchants and I order a skip, okay, and let's face it, we all know a lot of builders do in cash. So if they get this invoice for the skip, chuck it away, go to their client, their customer, do some building work, get the cash, Bob's your uncle. Well, they won't be able to do that because the blockchain will show that they've bought a skip. So HMRC are going to say, right, well, we can now trace that back to where that skip's gone. And that's what making tax digital is about.
And it's good, isn't it? Because it brings a fair and honest way of trading in business, and it stops those people, you know, having to pay even more tax as a result of the hidden cash that's being pushed under the table. So it's a positive thing for small businesses.
It is a positive thing, and also as well, it gets rid of that for us, the January rush. You know,
true.
You know, most of our clients now are on the platform ready for when it goes live. So our clients, we liaise with them on a monthly or a quarterly basis. We have their receipts by an app. So they take a photo of it, it comes directly into their software. We deal with that, and then they have access to their software. So if they want to pull their own profit and loss reports off, or see where their VAT returns at, or anything like that, they can do that. But that doesn't take away our job from them. We've still got a responsibility for tax planning, you know, for letting them know what their tax is going to be, how they can reduce their tax. And also as well, you know, we get clients that will want a mortgage, but then they want to pay as little tax, and it's how do you bridge that gap?
And you've obviously got the expertise in your team, and I know you bring on a wonderful team, and you train the staff, and you're a progressive company, because I've actually had the privilege of visiting your offices and seeing how you work. And I suppose that brings me on to your company name, and we can talk a little bit more about, you know, the other products and services that are very prominent right now. I want to come back to the property tax in a minute. But how did you get your name? So the company name, One for All Accounting Angels. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Tell me a bit more about that.
Okay, so I wanted to say that we were one for all. We were one for everyone. So whether it's a small sole trader just doing £5,000 a year, up to the £4.5 million pounds a year, then obviously we're one for all. Okay, so why One for All Accounting Angels? So originally it was One for All Accounting and Administration. Okay, so we were established in 1997. We incorporated in 2016, and in 2016 when we incorporated, it just seemed the right time to change the name to One for All Accounting Angels, because every time we did something for somebody, they'd go, "You're such an angel. You are angels. You are such an angel. God sent you to me. You know, you're heaven sent." And we used to laugh. So it was like, okay, we're accounting angels.
It's a sign.
But I didn't want to lose the one for all, you know, the name of
Yes.
that, because, you know, as we state, we are one for all, one for
Yes,
everyone.
and you know, Angels it gives that sense of protection.
Yeah.
And you know, and seeing the way you operate as well,
Yeah.
and how you look after your clients. You are protecting your clients and the new companies that come to you and the limited companies that you're
That's right.
supporting to help them grow. So it's a wonderful environment that you've created.
That's right.
And a fantastic, you know, portfolio of services that you have
Yeah.
to support that. And you know, I know that when customers come to you, they don't want to ever leave.
No, that's right. And when you said about the protection, when you come into our office, you'll notice the candles, you'll notice the crystals, you'll notice the wings.
Yes.
And as you know myself, I'm a pagan. I've got two ladies who work for me who are also work with me. I don't like saying work for me. They work with me. We're a team.
Yes.
They're also pagans as well. So it's all that protection of everyone who comes to us jumps aboard the family.
And
We're a
that's
family.
lovely. It's lovely to know, and that spirituality is quite key, and it creates the passion and the support for people.
Absolutely.
And whatever the religion of the client coming to you,
Yeah.
they're all welcome.
Oh gosh, we've got every religion. You know, we have Jewish, we have Muslims, we have Christians, we have non-believers. You know, it's one for all.
It
You know,
is.
we're very diverse. Religion, culture, sexuality, gender doesn't matter to us.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's fantastic, because it means that you are totally equal in your approach to business. So I'm just going to come back on to talk a bit more about the services that you're providing, and we've real great insight into the Making Tax Digital. And you know, if you are a sole trader, then it might be worth you getting in touch with Sue and getting in touch with the team, so you can find out a little bit more about how that affects you as your business, and you know, having the support of you know, converting to a limited company, which may help you save some money. And if it's not advisable to do that, then I know you have the facilities to help that company to stay as a sole trader, but legitimately as well, without causing any problems.
Well, there are a lot of companies out there that go limited before they should, so they're not tax efficient. But there are also a lot of companies out there that don't go limited quick enough. So they're not getting the tax benefits that they should be getting.
So you can advise them on the best course of practice for them, and as their business grows and develops, so they can access more of the services that you provide. So property market's gone crazy, hasn't it?
Hasn't it just?
And capital gains tax is something that hasn't been on people's lips before, but now it seems to be more prominent, especially as you know, we've come out of Europe as well, and there's been a lot of effects to do with Brexit that's had an effect on property owners. So can you share a bit more about that, Sue?
Well, also as well, the law changed last year, with regards to how you report capital gains. So what used to happen was you'd sell a second property, pay the capital gains, and you'd report that on your tax return at the year end. No. You have to report that now within 30 days of exchange, not completion, 30 days of exchange, with the capital gain then transferred over as well, and then report it again at the end of year as a reconciliation on a tax return.
Wow. So that's really important to know that. And I know, you know, talking to you before, you can help save people a lot of money in tax as a result of this. If they come to you early enough, you can handle the paperwork for them and deal with all of that, saving them a lot of money in paying the tax as well. Yeah,
because the law changed on flipping as well. So is it a capital gain or is it income?
Exactly. So all these rules and regulations that have come about that we need to adhere to and address to. And I know you're a massively forward-thinking company,
very proactive,
and it's a pleasure to have met you, you know, and have come across you, and seeing a breath of fresh air to the industry as accountancy is, because it has been deemed as sort of boring in the past, hasn't it? But you've really taken it to that next level. So just tell me, just before we sort of close our chat today, what makes you different to other accountants?
To be honest, Caroline, I couldn't answer that question until clients come to us from other accountants, and they tell us why we're different. Apparently, they can talk to us, they feel part of the family. We had a client who came to us last July, and he'd been with his accountant for years and years and years, and he said, I used to dread going. Now I can't wait to walk in here.
Oh,
you know, he says, I used to dread the annual visit. Now I love my quarterly visits. I can't wait to come. I feel like I'm walking into family.
Brilliant.
You know,
so it's that personal service.
It's a personal service. It's about, you know, how you treat your clients. You know, no one's beneath anybody. You know, at the end of the day, we're all trying to make a living, you know, and everybody's business is as important as the next person's business. Every employee is as important as the next employee.
Absolutely.
You know, and also as well, we price different from other accountants. So we don't price by the hour. We offer menus. And someone can bespoke a menu as well.
I love that. I love these bespoke menus and the menus, and what a great way to offer these services to people. So it's affordable as well.
Yeah.
And not off a script.
No.
So they're basically having something that suits them, that's affordable for them, but is also matching the quality of the services that you provide to help them in their business. So come on, we need serious business people here, don't we, to make a difference, to help them. So, oh, absolutely fantastic. So if anybody's looking for you, how can they get in touch with you?
So they can go onto our website, www.oneforallaccountingangels.co.uk.
Fantastic.
Okay, and on there, there's all the contact details. They can contact us via a contact form, or if they want something a little bit more personal, our telephone numbers are on there, and so are our email addresses.
Brilliant. And you're based in Nottingham?
We're based in Hucknall.
In Hucknall, in Nottingham. So I know you've got an open door policy.
We have. Anybody's more than welcome to drop by, you know, and we do actually deal nationally. So we don't just do Hucknall and Nottinghamshire. No. We do the East Midlands, we do the North West, we do Wales, we do Hampshire, Staffordshire, you name it, we do it.
So soon globally, maybe. Look at the tax laws are outside of the country. But absolutely fantastic. It's been a pleasure to welcome you here today.
Thank you, Caroline.
It's been lovely having a chat with you, and it's such a breath of fresh air. I've said this before,
thank you.
But to see an accountancy firm forward thinking, on the ball, got their services to a T, and you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we do. And that's the thing, we're very proactive. Our CPD is very important to us. Yeah. So we don't just pass our qualification and that's it. You know, we keep learning every day, researching, trying to find different ways to help people. You know, it doesn't just close when the exams close. And one more thing, Caroline, as well. We do have on board our own charity young lady, and she basically looks for local charities who we can support at the end of the year. So every year we send in a donation to a registered charity, local, you know, about £200, and so if anybody feels that their charity is worthy, please email us.
Oh, absolutely. Please do get in touch with us. Yeah. Absolutely get in touch with us. Talk to Sue, talk to the team at One for All Accounting Angels for the, you know, if you're a charity and you need help and support. That is brilliant. And what a great place to end our chat on, Sue. It's been a pleasure. One for All Accounting Angels, and check out their website and get in touch. And we'll see you again soon.
Lovely. Thank you, Caroline.
You're welcome. Thank you.